Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the tangle Spinning Mooka. Now, this is a new tangle from Cassie Armstrong. And I'm so excited about this because Cassie is part of our Tangle Addicts community. And she talked about that she submitted a tangle for Tangle, I think it was Tangles All Around. And uh, is another group that she belongs to, and they have, I think they put out more than one book of tangles, and so she wanted to participate, and she came up with this tangle, and it is just really, really neat. All right, so starts off with an orb, wherever you want to have it, and whatever size, of course. And I did mine kind of, well, sorry, it's okay, on the small side. Let me add this really quick because I did this in our session today where we were looking at this, and I wanted to draw a bigger one, but then my hand just did what it wanted to do. So if that happens to you, you can do what I did. I just drew a bigger one on the outside, and that was what I did. So, but today I want to do the smaller one on the inside like that. So it's like we're creating a donut. Then, if you've not done the Tangle Mooka, I know I have a video on it. And so this is like doing one, uh, I don't know, frawn, I guess you could call it. I think I've heard Maria Thomas call it that, and I like that term. So on my step out, I drew some little arrows. So if you've not done that tangle, hopefully it will give some guidance, but you're watching this, so you will see. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to make a big curve line, and then I'm coming down onto that first orb and kind of touching it, and then I'm making almost a circle, and then you come back to a point wherever you want to, and usually you do this all on one stroke. I'm kind of splitting it up so you can see, and then come back like as an aura to where you started. And let's see if I do another one. Sometimes doing it in one stroke, it gives a nice flow. But you get the idea. So let's do another one. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Now, however many that you choose to fit, I'm not necessarily great at planning the space. And I'm not gonna mark it up because I don't feel that's what we do in Zentangle, so I'm not going to do it. This is part of my own. This is an interesting one. My own personal challenge of nope, not going to do that. Just going to draw freehand. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, and so I ended up with 4 on my step out. You'll notice one has 5, one has 6, one has 4. That part, it doesn't matter. Just however you want it to be, and however big you want them to be. It's all up to you, which is what's fun about this. All right, then on the inside here, we're going to do kind of a similar shape, but the way Cassie had it, she thought of them as more like a fescue, which has a little ball, but then coming back out. But you could still do the same shape, and that's what I'm gonna do. That I'm gonna just like filling it in, and then coming back around. And then you can always go back and just add that dark orb. It's a nice contrast to kind of what's already here, because like this is kind of open, and that's just nice. And these again, just however many you want to fit in there, like so, and it kind of gives it some a nice motion. Then we can aura the whole outside. And so I think I mentioned we had fun with this at our Tangle time because today's Thursday, and that's what we focused on this Tangle today, and saw some really, really neat work that was done by everyone online on our 2 sessions. And if you subscribe to my my website or the blog, if you go to my website, which link is below in the description section, then there's like a follow us, and so when I make a blog post, you will get notified. And so if you're watching this at the day of the recording today, in the next couple days, I will be posting that, and it will have links to the step outs, but more importantly to all of the beautiful work that has been done. But you can go back on my website as well and take a peek, because just really, really neat ideas for how to finish it off. And I'll share some of what I did as well. So this is basically it. And actually, while it's just like this, I'm going to throw some shading ideas at you. You can leave it like this, and or it's the decorate part that's fun. So here's just a couple basic ideas. One is putting a little graphite where it comes out of that center orb, and I'm just going to push it up a little bit. Probably better if I pull it down like this. Sometimes that reaching over doesn't always work so well. So I just want to create that gradient, and it also kind of creates some motion. There are, I'm sure, a bunch of ways that this could be shaded, but like I said, this is just a couple ideas. Especially people like, if you're like me, it's like, I just don't know where to start sometimes. But after you've done it for a while, then you kind of like, oh, well, this worked here before, so I'll try that. And so if you're new to Zentangle, just, keep playing, keep watching. Ooh, that looks neat. Different people, and, you'll have fun. I'm just going to add it, because I did this on the other one that I did, because I also drew some lines in here for some texture, but I just want to add a little graphite in here. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, actually, I'm going to do what I did earlier, take it right to that point. Oh yes, as I'm looking in the camera, which always looks just a little bit different than when you're looking at it live. And with that said, when you're tangling, look at it through your camera, or take a picture of it. Or my mom said when she was in art school that they would stand in front of a mirror, and so that way you're seeing it from a different perspective, and you're like, oh wow, that looks way more amazing than I thought it was. And it's just, I don't know, that something about that is just really fun. Oh, and well, we got to have something about that. Oh, about that middle. Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to add some graphite here, because I did this also on one earlier, which I'll show you in a moment. It's like, let's make this here pop out a little bit. Yep, see? It's just popping it. I didn't want to move the graphite out too much, because this is a very small little bijou tile. But gosh, that's really coming with some dimension there. And then, well, I don't think I need to even add any. Let's just, yeah, let me maybe make it a little bit darker on one side. Okay, so that means I have to add a little. Oh, that's kind of neat. And then, so here's some things that you can do with this. I'm gonna put some graphite on the outside, so we're gonna totally float this one off the paper. Other things that you can do, you could put these, have these as a cluster, or just scattered around your tangle, we could say, or maybe you want to do this maybe a little bit bigger and have it be your feature. And from some of the things that we had, some of the work that was done on our sessions today, that's just what some people did. And even, added some extra tangles to the outside, like especially some of the organics, especially adding organic, since this is kind of flowery looking. But you can accent it however you want, of course. You could also add, which I will show you in a second, a background. So there are some background tags on it, and I did start a playlist, and so as I'm doing these, I'm trying to add them into a playlist, where the category seems appropriate. So there are some tangles that, like cheesecloth. That's one that I used. Oh, look at how neat that looks. Even if you had that on the background, which I did do that on mine. Ha! Yeah, I didn't. It's not as deep and dark. It's not as heavy on the graphite as I did here. But that actually, I might have to go back and make it a little bit darker so it just pops off the page a little bit more. But this one, I put the Tangle cheesecloth behind it with a gray micron. Was playing with that. This is a gray tile, and I used the white jelly roll instead of the black like I did here. And then, this one I did the inside a little bit different. I did the same stroke as these inside, but I did them the opposite direction because I just thought that would be kind of neat. And yeah, and then added shading pretty much like I did already. But I also added some highlights with the white, and because I was kind of playing with the embossing concept. But you see how that looks neat against a background. And there are a number of tangles that serve as a neat background. And then this is another one. This one I added some gold. I had originally put some orbs around, and then picked up the wrong color because I didn't do them all at once, and then decided, well, course correction time. And the course correction was, well, let's just put some gold jelly roll pen on top of that. And if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. This one, I mentioned, I just put some straight lines in the backgrounds of those mukas. And I did that here too. I put a little spiral, a little print top in the center, and then just aura'd around, but aura'ing behind this. So using the halabow technique and aura'ing behind what I'd already drawn with the brown. And I don't know if you can sort of see the brown. This camera is a little weird. And then, so it's not completely finished. Then I added some actual muka. So this is what muka looks like. This is actually, we call it Rick's muka, because it has this, this neat round end to it. And so I added some of those in there, utilizing the grays. And then I have just started, I was going to do a cheesecloth radiating out from the sides. But even if I just do those lines like that without doing the the whole cheesecloth thing, that looks kind of cool, wouldn't you say? And it adds something, so it's like, okay, just plain, or adding a background, just neat. And then this one is not finished also because, like I said, we just got done, but I added this again, playing with the embossing look, and used the gray. Let me get it in the right angle here, a very light gray jelly roll pen, so you can kind of see some poke root there, some sprinkle. We're calling these fancy fescues. Some flux down here at the end. Just a really, really fun tangle. Actually, in this one, I was putting the flux behind, so like as if these are little windows, and drew in those, and then behind these. Lots of fun, and lots of options, which that makes it extra fun. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, would love to have a like, share, subscribe, all of that. If you end up doing this tangle, make sure to use the hashtag hashtag spinning Mooka, of course, all one word, because that's how they work. Because then we can we can then search for that and find them. And I haven't played that much with the hashtags, but just I'm starting to put them on the bottom of these videos, because it is neat to go back and do a search and then see all that you can find and see all of the tangles. So that would be so much fun. So thanks for watching. Again, hope you enjoyed it. Do check out the description section for the step outs. For more inspiration, because I have Cassie some Cassie samples as well as her step out. And below that, ways to connect with me if you would like to join in on a Tangle Time on a Thursday. and have some fun with us. We'd love to have you. And so information is there on my website, or you can connect with me in the multiple ways that that there are, and that's all on the website. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.